Hi guys, welcome to your yin style practice. My name is Joelle Slibos and it's going to be an around 20-25 minute practice. Now, in the yoga world, in the way we look at the world and we look at ourselves, we have the yin and the yang. It's not religious or anything like that. It's just up in energy and stillness. Noise, sound, loud, quiet, calm. So running would be yang. Reading or just sitting in nature somewhere calmly would be more yin. And we need both. Now, do you know if you're more of an active person or are you more of a calm person? Because we're all different. And at your age, you're just figuring out who you are. And all of those questions are important to ask. So if you're a very active person, like I am, I love running and I cannot, so many activities I always want to do on a day. Calming and sitting still is not easy for me. But I need it. I really need it. And this kind of practice is also very useful when you have, for example, exams or very important things that are happening in your life and you can find, you don't maybe feel peaceful on the inside, and with the practice like this, inviting calm, you can feel more calm on the inside. So it's not going to be super dynamic. It's actually going to be, relaxing might be the wrong word, but we'll stay in poses for longer, breathe, and really enjoy calming down if you've had a busy day or a busy week. So let's start in what we call butterfly legs. So your soles of the feet can touch, and we're going to focus on our breath here. So you opening your hips and the knees are falling out to the side, and then you can place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart, and then maybe lift your hips, lift your shoulders, lift your head and go like, oh yeah, I could be here for a while. And we're going to breathe all the way down to your right hand. So can you feel the breath under your right hand? And then soften. You can even breathe out of your mouth if that feels nicer. In, feel the rising. You can even let your belly pop out a little, so the hand starts to float a little higher, and then exhale out of the mouth. We do 10 more breaths like this. You do it yourself. Because maybe you're breathing a little faster or slower, but you're trying to slow down the breath. Awesome. Closing the eyes also can kind of be like, yeah, I don't care what happens outside. I don't care what's going on. I just want to be with myself now, with my body and with my breath. This is time for me. It's very important. Three more rounds of breath here. So we stay with that breath. We can breathe into the nose and out of the mouth. Sometimes you can even make a sound if that feels nice, if you feel comfortable with that. We close the legs. It's as if you're closing a book, and then walk your feet a little wider until your toes feel that they've found the edge of the mat, and then you let your knees fall in towards each other. And now we breathe towards your left hand, towards the heart. 10 times. Just feel the breath under your hand, around your chest. Pretend it's a balloon that fills up and empties. Couple more. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. We move slowly today, very slowly. That also creates inner peace and inner calm. The outer world will keep moving. Cars will keep driving, planes will keep flying, but you are here, right now. You can just breathe. Come to your side and come up to a seated position. And then you can bring your right foot in front and your left knee slide it a little backwards. And then you bring your bum back. We call this a half splits. Half splits. Half splits in the language of yoga, which is Sanskrit, is Hanuman. And Hanuman, I'll tell you a little story, was a brave monkey. Full splits, you might know, is when the legs come completely forward and back. This is half splits, and it's enough for now. But Hanuman had a mission. But for the mission, he had to jump over an ocean. This is a story. From India to Sri Lanka. It's very far. And that's where it came from, because he ran. He was taking a huge leap. He wasn't sure if he was going to make it. And then the one leg reached forward, the other leg pressed off, and then he just, Hanuman, in full split, made it to the other side. That's where the story comes from. It's quite a cute story. And it also symbolizes that you have to be brave. Sometimes you just have to leap. Sometimes you just have to jump, even though, yeah, it might feel scary. That's okay. Are you still breathing? Of course you are. Of course, we're always breathing. But are you noticing that you're breathing? Are you noticing, oh yeah, inhale and exhale. And are you maybe slowing down your breath? You can breathe in for 4, 3, 2, and then exhale for 6, a little longer. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Now, from here, you bend your knee. You keep your left knee. Now, this is not for everyone, so pay attention. You might need something to sit on. Could be a meditation pillow, could be a block, can even be a book, a really big book. Because not all bodies are the same. So your right knee crosses in front of the left, and now pretend you're a mermaid, but your mermaid feet go out to the side. Good. Bit forward and back for 3, 2, 1. Now, most of you will put something behind you, between your heels, and then you can sit on top. This is called a shoelace, like lacing the shoes. Some of you can sit on the floor, but not all of you, and that's fine. Yoga is all about finding what works for you. So let me show you. That's it. Now, the bottom leg is your left one, so it's your left hand. I'm mirroring you, and your right hand. And from there, we grow tall. So you really sit up straight. And we breathe. Now it's another breathing. It's called block breath. So we breathe in for 4. Then you hold the breath for 4. Then you breathe out for 4. And you hold the breath again. Should we give it a try? First, just breathe in. And just breathe out. We breathe in through the nose for 4, 3, 2. Hold the breath. Exhale, 4, 3, 2. Hold the breath. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Fantastic. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Now you breathe into the nose. And slowly out of the mouth. Are you still sitting up straight? Very good. When the lungs are stretched like this, when your belly is stretched up and right, it's easier to breathe. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, one hand down, other arm up. Change sides. Breathe in. Keep your bum on the floor. Exhale. Breathe into the center. Exhale, up and over. Reach to the stars. Bend to the side. One more time. Last one to the other side. Both hands up, palms to touch, and draw them through center, to the heart. Now how are we going to get out of this, out of our shoelace? I like to roll forward, but you can also roll back, see what works best for you. When I roll forward, I can just release, and then we come to child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, let your heels come to your hips, and your hips to your heels. How nice to sometimes just be still in such a busy world. It's important. Shall we do the other side? Nice. Come up. So you step your left foot forward this time. I didn't tell you on the other side, but if your right knee doesn't feel nice, I don't know what mat you have. This one is quite thick. But if your mat is not feeling nice under your knee, a little tip is to fold it double. So you've got some padding for that knee. Just if that works better for you, you know. It's always a matter of figuring it out. Long, 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 long step. Long, 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 long step. And then your hips come back. Now you draw your toes up to the sky and come back into that sense of lift. And maybe reminding yourself of that lovely story of Hanuman, a flying monkey that was scared, but he just did it. Let's breathe. I am calm. I have my breath. I can be still. That brings me peace. And then when the time is right, and we need to be brave and courageous, we can do it. But for now, we just breathe. We keep the body still and feel the stretching. Where do you feel that? Maybe somewhere here? Somewhere here. Some people feel it more in the hamstring, but it's all connected. It's all connected, even all the way up to your head. It's like a long elastic band, but you're making it longer and also stronger. Three more nice deep breaths. So open the chest. Maybe you come into fingertips so you can lift your chest and lengthen the belly. Then we bend our knee. You slide that back knee close to that front heel. You can bring the knees in front of each other. Remember, our mermaid tail comes to the side. If you use that on the other side, use it on this side as well. Come and sit down on it. So you need to bring the feet apart so you've got space. And then you can sit like this. Or if it's accessible to you, and it's not for everyone, we are all different. You can also sit like that. It's the bottom leg, your right one, left. And we'll do that block breath again. So in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Now 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Exhale. 5, 4. Keep your chest upright. Hold. Two more rounds. In. Full at the top. Hold. Soften, relax. Exhale. Hold. Empty. Last round. Fully inhale, calmly. Fill up your balloon. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. And exhale. come out by leaning back. If you have something under you, you might just want to move that to the side. Ah, so calm. But then we end on our backs, fully surrendering, just being here, just for a short moment of time, nothing to do, nowhere to go, just to be still. I'll let you know when it's time to move the body again. You don't even need to pay attention to the breath. Sounds easy, but sometimes this is the hardest bit, just to be still. So can you give it a try? Just try to lie still and see what happens. So well done. To create a calm, we call it energy or feeling. It's not so easy because we're often busy people, no? We have all sorts of things to do. So maybe stay calm for a bit. No need to immediately shoot back into activity. If you're like, oh, I feel so nice and calm, it's up to you. You can even stay here a little longer. Okay, but it's time to move again. So bring your knees in and give yourself a nice hug. A nice deep hug. So please know that if you ever don't feel calm, you can feel calm again. Just do this practice. We call it a yin practice. Roll to your sides. Use the bottom arm as a little pillow. Yeah, makes me yawn. That's a good sign. And then come back up to a seated position. The sun gives us light and fire and energy. So that's yin. Sorry, that's yang. The moon is for the night, is for the resting. So that's yin. Makes sense, right? Just look outside the window and you'll see the sunshine and the brightness. And then at night it's dark and calm. So now you can find it within yourself. And I really enjoyed practicing with you, being your teacher today. I hope you'll join us again, maybe for a yang, maybe for a yin. But it was definitely fun. And I thank you for listening, for trying something new maybe. I'll see you next time.